Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. So Brian Kelly predicts crypto bottom and Bitcoin ETF bust. I just wanted to talk a little bit about this because it does influence our investments in crypto in general. So whether you hold XRP or whether you hold any other digital asset, any other cryptocurrency that you bought and that you want to make money on, which I assume is all of you. So it does affect everybody here. So I'm going to talk a little bit about Bitcoin. Bitcoin and crypto bull Brian Kelly says there's absolutely no shot for any Bitcoin ETF proposal to pass in 2019. The founder and CEO of crypto investment firm BKCM told Cointelegraph he believes the Bitcoin futures market is not mature enough and it will be at least a year before an exchange-traded fund is approved. And the reason why I thought this was interesting because I did watch the Digital Asset Investors video yesterday. I will link it in the description. And he was talking about the gold price and what happened after they created a gold ETF back in when was it again? I think it was 2003, right? So on March 28th, 2003, the first gold-backed ETF developed by ETF Securities was launched. And so we saw gold shoot up after that for almost a good 10 years. And so he was suggesting that if a Bitcoin ETF is created, that we could see the same kind of thing. Well, I'm kind of the opinion of Brian Kelly, but I don't think that that necessarily means it's going to stifle the Bitcoin price. I just think that it is a little early. Like, we've got to remember here, gold has been around for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. People have been using gold as a transfer of wealth for a very long time. And yet an ETF for trading gold wasn't created until 2003. That's not to say it's going to take hundreds of years to create a Bitcoin ETF. No, not at all. But we got to remember that these things do take time. And I don't think that the SEC is going to rush that along anytime soon. So let me just continue here. As the crypto market as a whole, Kelly says he believes Bitcoin is at or near a bottom and he expects the market to turn around this year. So that is the positive news. Although there might not be a Bitcoin ETF in 2019, this is his prediction. We still will see what is in effect a crypto bull run. So Bitcoin price to go up and all the other coins to follow. Probably in 2019, the focus will be on currencies, Bitcoin, Litecoin, some of those, because we have quite a bit of geopolitical tension in the world. We are starting to see some global macro players use Bitcoin as an alternative to their gold position or as a way to hedge against fiat currency fluctuations and volatility. And so this is part of the geopolitical factor that a lot of us kind of don't really think about, especially if we live in the United States or other Western countries. There's a lot of social strife, geopolitical strife going on in the world, and that does affect Bitcoin price in particular. And you know what happens when Bitcoin price is affected? Altcoin price follows. And so I literally just Googled world news, okay? And this is what came up. You know, World War III, even just reading some of these headlines, you're thinking, oh my God, what's going to happen here? South Korea boosts missile defense against Pyongyang. Some of this is kind of just arbitrary, but World War III, Russia accuses U.S. of amassing a cache of deadly, and I think it's deadly medium of short-range missiles. And this is just Googling world news. I didn't even look in particular for any kind of negative geopolitical world news. And then I just came across this article here. The world's economic powerhouses are going to look very different, and that just kind of struck me. A decade from now, the world's biggest economic powerhouses are going to look very different. China is set to dominate the world, India will outpace the United States, and Egypt's economy will rise well above Australia's into the top 10. The world's total population is expected to hit around 8.56 billion, with Asian countries alone making up almost 5 billion. Wow. According to a Research Standard Chartered report, 7 of the world's 10 largest economies in 2030 will be from emerging markets. So we're used to having the United States being the world's largest dominant power force for decades and decades and decades. Largest economy, huge influence around the world, huge military influence, huge everything influence. And so if things shift, what could happen? Well, I don't know. This isn't a political channel. I don't like getting political on here, but I do stress one thing. Money always makes life better. So what we have to put our focus on is the next Bitcoin bull run. If indeed this ETF does not happen, we're not going to rely on that. And regulations, who knows how long some of this regulatory stuff is going to take. So although I'm holding my XRP for the mid to longer term, I do have other altcoins that I plan on trading in the short to mid term. And so just to kind of look at a snapshot, a historical snapshot from January 2017, of what some of these cryptocurrencies were worth then. And then I took another historical snapshot from exactly 1 year later at the height of the bull market in January 2018. And I'll link all these pages in the description, guys, if you want to take a closer look. But I just kind of took a look at some of these cryptocurrencies, some of the most popular ones, and I just kind of saw what the average percent increase was for some of these cryptocurrencies. And so, of course, I have XRP. I'm holding my XRP. When I see price rise, I might trade some of my XRP, but I also hold other coins. When you take a look at this, you see Bitcoin, for example, made a 1,679% increase in the year. Ethereum, 13,189%. Litecoin, 6,767%. And these were more expensive coins to begin with. So, Bitcoin price back in January 2017 was hovering around 900. Ethereum, $8 and change. Litecoin, $4 and change. And as you can see, went up to 17,000. Bitcoin did, Ethereum over 1,000, and Litecoin $300. But then you take a look at some of these smaller coins and look at the percentage increases of coins with high value, low price. So they're not just scam ICOs. There's a team behind them. Whether you believe in the coin or not, that is not the point. The point is to find coins that will be around in a year, okay? You want to find certain coins that have high value but low price. So I just took some examples here. Stellar made a 34,900% increase. Neo, 74,735% increase. In XRP, of course, 53,067% increase. So when you average that out, that's approximately 54,000% in 1 year. Now, if Brian Kelly's prediction is correct, and we have seen the bottom for Bitcoin, that ultimately means that we've seen the bottom for the cryptocurrency market as a whole, because right now everything is following the beat of Bitcoin's drum. And so I just did some quick math here. And when you take even just $1,000, guys, let's just take $1,000 because maybe you're maxed out and you can't afford to put in more. Well, when I averaged all these out, we got an average of approximately 54,000%, okay? On some of these coins with a higher value, more potential, but a lower price. And so even if you just put in $1,000 at the beginning of 2017, you would have amassed in 1 year, oh yeah, $500,000. $500,000, $540,000 USD. So guys, it's something to think about when looking at your portfolio in the short to midterm. I know some of you might just say, oh, well, I'll be trading my XRP in the short to midterm, and that's your decision. If you want to do that, that is your decision. XRP for me, though, is the long game, but I'm also looking to trade some of these high value, low price coins in the short to midterm. That's my strategy, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.